another video with Glameres Gems Gourmet Recipes. What's on the menu tonight is some baked mac and cheese. So nothing too fancy about this recipe. It's kind of the cheating way of doing it. So yeah, if you have kids at home and you just need an easy way to make some baked mac and cheese that's going to be delicious, this is the video for you. So we have some elbows, some seasoned salt, black pepper, and paprika. We have some chicken bouillon cubes, evaporated milk. You need 2 cans of evaporated milk. I only have 1, so I'll improvise. You need 2 cans of the cheddar cheese soup, 2 eggs. You need sharp cheddar cheese. You have to have sharp cheddar cheese and Colby Jack cheese as well. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the video. So you want to go ahead and bring some water to a boil, and I'm going to add in 2 bouillon cubes just to flavor my pasta as it boils. So I have a 32-ounce box of macaroni, so I'm just going to use half of this box. We don't need all of it. And I guess the other half I can use next week if I make another pot. And you just want to mix this around. You just want to mix it around. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let that cook for about 7 minutes, just until it's al dente. Once your noodles are boiled or they are al dente, they should look like this. So yeah, you just want to make sure that it's still a little tough. That way when we bake it in the oven, you don't have soggy and mushy macaroni. So now we're going to go ahead and drain our pasta. Drain your pasta. Do not rinse it. Just let it sit in the pot. You do not want to rinse it with cold water because it's going to take away that flavor that we've added. And this is how the noodles should look. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and butter your casserole dish, add your pasta and some butter and mix around. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add in seasoned salt and black pepper. You can season how you like it. And I am gonna do this pretty heavy because I wanna make sure that I have a lot of flavor to my noodles, mainly because we're gonna be adding other ingredients and we want it to be nice and flavored. The trick with good mac and cheese is you need a cheese sauce in addition to having some kind of shredded cheese. So growing up, I would shred cheese with my mom and then she would just make her roux or bechamel. But if you're doing it this way, you want a cheese sauce. So we're gonna just do the cheddar cheese, Campbell's soup, and then we're gonna add our shredded cheeses in. The key to having the cheese sauce is going to infuse the noodles with a creamy cheese sauce. That way you don't have dry and stiff mac and cheese. So you'll just go ahead and evenly mix that around with the butter and the cheddar cheese soup, or you can make your own bechamel or your own cheese sauce. But this is where you would go ahead and add that cheese sauce in, because you have to infuse the noodles to give it a nice creamy taste. Once your cheese sauce is mixed around, add in your shredded cheese. I'm just doing 2 cups of sharp cheddar and 1 cup of Colby Jack and Monterrey, and I'm going to evenly mix that around. All right, so once you go ahead and mix that around, you want to taste your pasta, see how it tastes, adjust your seasoning if you need to adjust your seasoning. Now it does look like I'm adding a lot of salt or sodium to this dish, but I season very heavily in this stage, mainly because we're going to add some milk and evaporated milk to it, which is going to dilute the taste or water it down. So I like it to be balanced. So that's why I season extremely heavy during this phase. So don't be alarmed by that. Still adjust to what works for you, but it's going to be perfect. It's not going to be too salty at all, and it's going to enhance the cheese that we've already added. So once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and add in our 2 eggs, and this is why you want to taste the noodles before adding in the eggs, because you don't want to taste a raw egg taste. It's just disgusting. So once you've done that, now we're going to go ahead and add in our evaporated milk. I normally add in the 1 can of evaporated milk first, just to gauge it, because I don't want it to be runny and I know the consistency that I'm going for. After I've done that, I go ahead and add in at least another half can of evaporated milk, or the full can, depending on how much pasta I have added. But in this case, I only had 1, so I'm gonna add in a half a cup of milk and some more sharp cheddar cheese. And you just mix that around evenly. Finally, we'll go ahead and top our macaroni with some cheese, just to have a nice cheese crust. And I'm gonna garnish with paprika just to give it a nice golden color. And we're gonna bake this on 375 for 40 minutes. So it's a beautiful golden color for your cheese crust, and it just, ooh, it's so good, y'all. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my spoon and dig into it just to show you how nice and cheesy it is on the inside. So yeah, this is how it looks on the inside. So very delicious, very cheesy. So yeah, it was really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this plated for you all and show you how it looks. And yeah, just stay tuned. So we dug in already, but I wanted to plate it for y'all. So this is how it looks. So it has that nice golden cheese crust on the top, and it's nice and gooey and cheesy on the inside. Very moist, very cheesy. It's not dried out or anything like that. It's a perfect consistency, and it tastes delicious. It's so good. So if you make this at the cookout, or you make this for Thanksgiving, it's going to be perfect. Everyone's going to love it, and it's going to be just like this the next day when you warm it up. It's going to give you that same consistency. So yeah, I hope that you gems enjoyed the video. Make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to leave comments down below letting me know your thoughts, and if you like this recipe or if you're going to try it. And yeah, until next time, I will see you gems in the next video.